What is up? How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of Timber Talk Time. I am your host, Jonathan Timber, and I'm going to be real honest. Uh, this is the 20th episode. It's the Ask Me Anything episode that I've been looking forward to since I kind of started this whole thing. And I, I wasn't going to do it, but somebody got to do it. I wasn't going to do it because, so episode 17, I put out the call to action, uh, you know, asking people to submit questions, ask me anything. And in order for an ask me anything to work the way it's supposed to, people have to ask me something. And not a single person asked me anything at all. And that's cool because, numbers, right? Um, and so I kind of just kept kicking the can down the road. Sorry, my dog is being so beautiful and cute over here. Um, I kind of just kicked the can down the road and was really bummed, if I'm honest, because this is 20 episodes. Like, I'm invested. You know what I mean? Um, Fix that line right there. I'm invested. So, um, you know, I didn't have any questions at all asked. And this morning, today, it is the 25th of February, and woke up at 4:45 with my wife, went to the gym, and came back and checked my email. And 4:10 in the morning, I got a message, and someone had asked me a question, and then I got another message. So I have enough to answer questions for the Ask Me Anything question episode. Um, so yeah, um, I don't know what that means. There's something in it that I haven't yet figured out. But it's probably just patience. Something that I keep saying is, I wanted this on my time, on my timeline, and you can't force a flower to open when you want it to open. It just has to open naturally and be there, and you just have to be ready when it's open so you could enjoy its beauty. So that's what this is. That's what I'm taking from this. So I have questions and I have answers, and I didn't ask the one of the people if they wanted them anonymous, so I'll just do them all anonymously, just for the sake of respect for these people. So, but before I get started on these questions, um, I want to quickly take a second to remind you to use Timber Talk 10 on drinkdeltaspirits.com to get 10% off of your purchase. They've got a great new flavor, blueberry lemonade, which is a 10 milligram Delta 9 THC drink that is delicious and it works. It does its job. Also, the Paloma is really good. It's a 5 milligram. And if I'm not mistaken, the boosters, the small, I believe it's 2 ounce drinks, will be out that you could pour into whatever beverage you're drinking, whatever you fancy. But yeah, go ahead and do me a favor. It helps out the podcast. Head on over to drinkdeltaspirits.com and use Timber Talk 10 for 10% off of your next purchase on the website. And yeah, so that's been exciting working with them. And what else? I've got a tour coming up, a little run, if you will, heading down to Georgia, possibly Alabama. Kind of working on that still. But March 5th, 6th, 7th, and then I'll be back here, back in Greensboro on the 8th. Villa Rica on the 5th, not sure where on the 6th, and Villa Rica again on the 7th at another location. So make sure you check the Instagram, my music Instagram, J Timber Music, to see where I'll be playing and all that good stuff, and times, and coming out to a show. It's high five, be friends, Um, yeah, so I'm excited about that. Be hitting the road, playing music for new people, new ears, fresh ears to share my gift with. So I'm really excited about that. What else? Congratulations to the Eagles on that stomping. I haven't even spoken about that because I was kicking this podcast down the line, so to say. And Kendrick Lamar served the way we all knew he was going to. I don't think I haven't seen a reaction to a Super Bowl performance polarizing either way. You know what I mean? Like to see the positivity of it and the negativity of it. It's really awesome to see, and he's a legend. That's just that. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to go see him. I believe in July is when he's coming through Carolinas. So yeah, make sure you check out Kendrick Lamar when he comes to a city near you. Not that he needs my help, my little podcast, but yeah. What else? The New York Knicks. You know how I feel about them. Oh, the Luka trade. LA Lakers, y'all look dangerous. Okay? We're gonna just say that out loud. Luka just had a 32-point game the other night, and he looked like Luka again. And it was scary. It was scary. I'm sorry. My yawn just scared the heck out of my dog. I apologize. She trying to get, oh, hey, say hey. I would try to get the camera on her, but then I'm going to have to reposition and all that good stuff. So she's just going to say, what's up? You good? Yeah, so she's probably going to hang out for a little bit in the podcast today. But yeah, the Lakers, good Lord. And then for AD to get hurt 3 quarters into the first game, come on. I hate to be a Dallas fan right now. Feels like a Carolina fan. Go Panthers. Got to get my yawns in. You know how we do. You know how we do with our yawns. You know how we do with those yawns. Got to get them in. Got to get them in early. So yeah, I am. I've been battling allergies now because the Carolinas decided to get warm and confuse all these flowers. And they're like, yo, it's pollen time. And it's not. It's not. It can still be cold for a little bit longer. Y'all, you don't need the pollen all over my car. My car is yellow. So disrespectful. So now congestion city is happening. So yeah. But no, I'm not alone in that because the South. But yeah, I will go ahead and get started on these questions. These are some really good questions, and I kind of glanced over them beforehand, but I don't really have an answer yet. So you will be getting the answer in real time. And so yeah, first question is, who is your dream artist to do a duet with? And I decided to say an all-time artist and a current artist. An all-time artist to do a duet with, I feel like I would be over the moon to do a duet with, well, my current artist is Billie Eilish. Love her. She's amazing. Her vocal tone, her everything, her production, so good. Billie Eilish can do no wrong in my eyes. So it'd be an absolute honor to do some work with her one day, maybe. And then all time, I feel like I'd have to go with, we're going to keep it Billie Holiday. Yeah, I think her voice is just so, Billie or Whitney Houston, because I don't even know what I would sing with Whitney because she's just so amazing. But I feel like, yeah, Billie Holiday, Whitney Houston, all time, and then Billie Eilish, current artist. Yeah, I think that's my. Yeah, that's it. That's my final answer. What song can I listen to on repeat for life? That is a tough question because life is full of emotions, and I am an emotional person. But I'd have to say Nat King Cole's Smile because it is such a beautiful song. If you've never listened to it, listen to it. It's a tone setter. It's one of those songs that I used to listen to every morning. Um, Also, Pure Imagination. Come with me and you'll see. Yeah. Oh, such a beautiful song. So, yeah, Smile and Pure Imagination are my lifetime songs, I think. That is my final answer. Um, Question number 3. How do you balance work/life? I'm terrible at balancing work and life. I feel like now what I do is I have my phone on me all the time or a notebook, and I take notes of from life for my work. Yeah, like I'm on this thing of like realizing that the world has the universe has the answers. So if you're just quiet and you just kind of like listen, you will get the answers that you're seeking. And it could be in the smallest, like looking at a flower and being like, looking at a bud of a flower and looking at it and being like, man, I want it to open up right now, knowing that it can't. Patience. Like there's lessons in every little thing that you look at around you. So my balance of work life would be kind of this lava lamp of, knowing what I have to get done, getting it done, but also surveying the land because there's inspiration, there's answers everywhere. So yeah, I'm bad at balancing that. Um, and even like picking up a little job, even in those moments when I'm driving to a location or you know sending out emails or whatever, I'm still trying to find life nuggets because they're everywhere, and you just gotta open your eyes and you'll see them. Um, so yeah, that's how I balance my work life. You know, I feel so much happier when I'm playing music or working on music or being creative and not worrying about money, but I have to worry about money because life. But the more work I do on the front end, like in booking and positioning myself for fun things, the more I enjoy life because then I'm just everything's set up. I've got shows set up, and then I don't have to worry about money coming in because I know if I just go do the thing that I love, money will come from that. So yeah, that's my work life balance is a lava lamp of both and acknowledging them both simultaneously throughout the day because ADD. um, yeah, that's how I do that. Most embarrassing stage moment or story. I don't have any embarrassing stage stories. Because I'm pretty. I mean, other than like forgetting lyrics every once in a while or having a flub, that's embarrassing. But like, I'm not embarrassed by it because we're human and pencils have erasers. Um, Plus, ultimately, I know that I have control of the room, or at least I think I do to a certain extent. And so if I mess up, I can just, there's more steps to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I, let's say, like, as an example, if you're dancing, there are no wrong steps because the next step is going to be the right step. So with singing, with music, with being on stage, comedy, whatever it is, like, I know I know what my goal is. I know that there's going to be some weird moments in it, but if I just keep doing what I'm doing to get to the goal, then I'm going to execute it. And it might not be the prettiest, but it'll be done, you know? Um, so yeah, I'm gratefully, I'm not embarrassed much anymore. I guess, okay, wait. Like one of my first performances was for Triad Idol. This was when I was like 17, singing, first like big singing thing that I did. And it was for Triad Idol, and I was at the Greensboro Mall here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and um, I was singing John Legend's "Ordinary People," and I was singing, I was crushing it, and I was looking at the panel, and it was in that like pit that they have there, the little performance area that you could sit. It was a little like amphitheater type thing in the middle of the mall. And if you're standing there, you look up and you could see everything. Like there's stories, 3 stories up. And I got nervous when I realized people were paying attention to me because I was singing, I was like, we're just ordinary people. And I looked up and I was like, oh, they're all paying attention to me. And it was like a rush, like a surge of energy. And it made me forget lyrics. And then I was just kind of in awe of that. And I think that's when the bug bit me, the music bug, if you will. Like the singing bug, because I was a drummer before then. Um, the singing bug grabbed me then because I was like, oh, so if I just do this the right way, all these people up here are gonna be cheering for me. And so yeah, so I guess that's my most embarrassing moment, but it catapulted me into not being nervous ever again because I knew what I had to do then. So yeah, that's my most embarrassing story from the stage. Dream location to perform. There's there's so many. There's so many. Red Rocks. I would cry. I think I'd cry the day before. Oh, I'd probably be emotional on stage. Like Red Rocks would be amazing. Hollywood Bowl, Brooklyn Bowl, Madison Square Garden, because I'm from New York, and that was always like that's always been the metric. Like God, you play Madison Square, sold out Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row, like man, that'd be amazing. And there's also the dream of the Greensboro Coliseum because that's where I grew. I grew up in the shadow of the Greensboro Coliseum. Performed events inside of the facility, but not inside of the actual Coliseum. And so that's a dream to play there because it's home and to like, I could get emotional thinking about now, but like the day I've seen these moments in my mind so many times. Like I know what it's going to look like to be on stage at the Greensboro Coliseum and look out and see people that I know and that I grew up with. Even playing White Oak would be insane to me because I grew up in the shadow of it. My most formative years as a musician have been in the shadows of those 2 locations. So I think that'd be up there on my list. But if I were to pick one spot, I think Greensboro Coliseum might be it now. I mean, Madison Square Garden is dope and all, but like the thought of like rolling out of my house and driving like 6 minutes and pulling into the Bay area where all the trucks come in. Yeah, okay. So Greensboro Coliseum, I think, would be it. So if anyone's watching and wants to help a brother, you know, create, have a dream come true, get at me because that would be amazing. I'll open up even an opening spot for the Coliseum. What? That'd be so amazing. Yeah. Okay, so this is another set of questions. What is a line or a verse? What is a line, verse, or chorus that you've written that you love and why? Know It All. My song Know It All has to be up there because when I wrote it, that whole song, I was newly sober and I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to perform or write the way I used to write. I thought I needed the juice to get the boost. And when that song came to me, it was just like such a relief. And it was like a breaking of the dam. And ever since then, I feel like I'm back, So yeah, the song Know It All, check that out. That's definitely one. What song is so personal you feel like you wrote it? Stop This Train by John Mayer. And losing my dad and understanding what that all feels like. I feel like I'm right in his shoes. And to have seen him perform it a million times with his band, I saw him down in Atlanta when he did the solo tour. Yeah, it just, man, Stop This Train. If you could ghostwrite hit songs, I would write for anyone. There's not a single. The thought of crawling into someone's mind and brain and like looking around the library of their thoughts and feelings is such an exhilarating thing. And to be able to come up and craft a song for them would be an honor. So I don't think I have a certain artist in mind that I would want to, but any artist, because we're all going through different stuff. So I think that it'd be any artist. Yeah. So yeah, that's all the questions. Sorry. Yeah, that's all the questions. That was fun. Thank you for sending in questions. Literally in the last second, I had a video this morning that I made that I was talking about how I was probably going to just rant and rave on this next episode and then quit. But this just gave me life. So keep checking out the podcast. Share them with your friends. Like and subscribe, please. That is so important. It helps. It helps so much. So like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Make sure you use Timber Talk 10 on drinkdeltaspirits.com for 10% off of your next purchase. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. Thanks for spending your time with me. And I hope something beautiful happens to you today. And don't forget to dream, because that's where the magic is. And get out of your comfort zone. That's also a place where the magic is. I'm slightly uncomfortable now, but I feel like this is a magical thing right now. So thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all take care. Be safe. Be kind. Peace.